Greetings everyone, I am Professor TJ Wilkins and this is the Fabric Board tutorial part 2. Featuring frames, quick selection tool, move tool, brush tool, blending modes, the swatch panel, the properties panel, polygonal lasso tool, quick selection tool, zoom tool, horizontal type tool, layers panel, and layer mask. Unlock all of the layers except for the background layer. Keep the background layer locked. Go to the workboard and click on the white eyelet fabric to select. Let's change the eyelet fabric to a different color. Go to the swatches panel and choose a color from the Island Paradise color group. I'm picking a soft lavender color. Go to the eyelet fabric layer and double-click on the eyelet image. The image will open into a separate document. At the bottom of the layer panel, click on the circular icon. This is for creating a new fill or adjustment layer. Scroll up and select Solid Color. Click OK to close the color library. The Pantone lavender color that I picked earlier opens as a color fill in the Layers panel. At the top of the Layers panel, click on the arrow for setting the blending mode. Scroll down and select Linear Burn. Go to the top menu bar, click on File, scroll down and Save. Select the fabric board document to check your work. Great, the fabric color changed. Select the eyelet document and close it. Press V for the Move tool and click on the backless dress to select it. Let's make the backless dress the same color as the lavender eyelet fabric. Go to the backless dress layer and double-click on its image. The dress image will open in a separate document. Press Ctrl plus on a PC or Command plus on a Mac to zoom in, or press C for the zoom tool and zoom in on the dress. Go to the Tools panel and select the Quick Selection tool. Use the bracket keys on the keyboard to increase or decrease the size of the selection tool, and then select only the dress. Click on the circular icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. Scroll up and select Solid Color. Click OK to close the color library. At the top of the Layers panel, click on the arrow to set the blending mode. Check out all these cool blending mode options. Scroll down and select Hue. Press C for the zoom tool and zoom into the dress to clean out the edges and smooth out the layer mask. Notice that the color is extending into the grass. To fix this, I will need to use a brush to adjust the layer mask. This is the layer mask in the color fill layer. Go to the Tools panel and change the foreground color to black. Scroll up and select the Brush tool. Then go to the Layers panel and click on the layer mask. Use the bracket keys to adjust the brush size. In this case, use a small brush to hide the areas that are on the grass. Check the whole image to make sure that the dress color or the new color is only on the dress but not on the grass or the model's skin. Press Command 0 on a Mac or Control 0 on a PC to zoom out. Go to File in the top menu bar and Save. Then click on the fabric board document to check your work. Press V as in Victor on the keyboard for the Move tool and double-click to deselect the backless dress. Close the backless dress document. Click on the white dress to select it. Press I for the eyedropper tool. Then click on the yellow fabric to sample its color. The foreground color then changes to yellow. Go to the white dress layer and double-click on the image within the layer. Go to the Tools panel and select the Quick Selection tool. Press Command or Control Z for the Zoom tool and zoom in on the dress. Use the Quick Selection tool to select only the dress. I selected the dress with the Quick tool, but it also captured parts of the ocean. To remove the unwanted areas from the selection, go to the Tools panel and choose the Polygonal Lasso tool. Go back to the workboard, hold down the Alt or Option key, and then trace around the unwanted areas. In this case, I'm moving the ocean from the dress selection. I also need to remove the model's skin and hair. So to do that, I'm holding down the Option key, it's the Alt key on a PC, and tracing around the areas that are not needed. At the bottom of the dress, the sand also got selected. Press Z for the zoom tool and zoom into the bottom of the dress. Then hold down the Option or Alt key and trace around the areas that are not needed. Also, zoom in the bust area to check out the straps. If the straps are not part of the selection, hold down the Shift key to add to the selection and then trace around the straps. Once you're done with the selection, go to the Tools panel and click on the circle icon. Then select Solid Color. Click OK to close the color libraries. At the top of the Layers panel, click on the arrow for the blending mode. Then check out the different blending mode options. Select Linear Burn, but if you find that a different blending mode works better, then use that blending mode. It's looking good so far, but I believe that the mask is not covering the bottom part of the dress. There's a little bit that I missed. To fix that, change the foreground color to white. Remember, with layer masks, black hides and white reveals. I need to reveal the yellow. Select the brush tool. Use the bracket keys to increase or decrease the size, and then color in the areas that needs to be colored. Remember, for this to work, only the layer mask should be selected in the layer. You can also increase the feather in the Properties panel to soften the image edge. When finished, go to the top menu, select File, then Save. Select the fabric board to check your work. Go to the Layers panel and turn on the visibility for the red circle and the island yellow flowers. Drag both the red circle and the island flower yellow layers to the top of the layer panel. Press V for the Move tool and then drag the island yellow flowers to the far left of the workboard. Place it near the yellow dress. Press Command T for a Mac or Control T for a PC, and then shrink down the size of the island floral image. Position the flowers so that they're at the bottom of the board between the yellow and the backless dress. Double-click to deselect from the image when you're done. Click on the red circle with the Move tool and drag it between the yellow dress and the backless dress. Command T or Control T and then decrease the size. Go to the Tools panel and select the Horizontal Type tool. Then change the foreground color to white. Type Island Paradise. Select the Move tool on the Tools panel. Then position the text onto the red circle. Press Command T or Control T for a PC and then adjust the size of the text. Press M for the Move tool, hold down the Option key, then click on the island yellow flowers and then drag to make a copy. Press Command T on a Mac or Control T on a PC for free transform. Then rotate the image and position it so that it is framing the bottom of the yellow dress. Select one of the floral arrangements. Go to the Layers panel and open the blending mode options. Scroll down and choose Overlay. One of the cool things about frames is you can add borders to it. Go to the Layers panel and select the first layer with a frame. Then scroll all the way down, hold the Shift key, and select the last layer with a frame. Then go to the Properties panel and click on the stroke. Right now it's empty, but change it to white. Then use the side arrow, click down, and change the size of the stroke. You can pretty much change this to any size. I like how it looks with like narrow borders. For this particular fabric board, I'm going to keep it without the borders, but it's a fun thing to know about frames. Once you're done, go to the top menu bar, click File and Save As. Save your file as a Photoshop file. Name it Island P Fabric Board. Save it onto your desktop. Click OK. To save it as a JPEG, go to File, Save As, I'm saving this onto the desktop. Then select JPEG. Press Save. Click OK. And we're done.